You can reach Tono by taking the Tohoku Shinkansen from Tokyo to Shinhanamaki. At Shinhanamaki Station, you transfer to the Kamaishi line, which will take you to Tono. Tono Station is a small, charming station in Tono City. It's part of the Kamaishi line and serves as a gateway for visitors looking to explore the area's rich folklore, nature, and historical sites. The station itself has a traditional feel reflecting the rural and tranquil mood of Tono. Although it's relatively quiet compared to larger stations, it provides all the necessary services, including a tourist information center where you can get maps and recommendations for local attractions. This is the information center of Tono. It's the perfect starting point for your journey into Tono's scenic countryside. Most of Tono's tourist spots are about 2 to 4 kilometers away from the station, so renting a bicycle from the Tourist Information Center is a great option. Tono is famous for its rich folklore, which has been passed down through generations. These stories often center around the supernatural, featuring mythical creatures, mysterious events, and local legends that are deeply tied to the region's natural landscape. In front of Tono Station, there's a statue of Kappas playing by a pond. These statues capture the playful nature of the legendary creatures, offering a fun and fitting tribute to the local folklore. The display serves as a reminder of Tono's deep connection to its mythical tales, especially the famous Kappa legends that continue to attract visitors. Let's start by heading to Kappa-Buchi Pool, the legendary spot where it's said that Kappas make their appearance. The kappa is a water-dwelling creature that appears in Japanese folklore. It is small in stature and resembles a human child with a dish-like area on its head that holds water. There are various legends about kappa across Japan, and the characteristics and stories differ depending on the region. There is also a kappa legend in Tono, and it is said that kappa appears here at Kappa-Buchi Pool as well.
Floating down from the sky, lovely angel queen, it's you. Shaken from her long sleep, lovely angel queen, it's you. Touching others like a child, loving others for a while. Come and take my hand, my heart. In time we will be together. When we will say goodbye, there'll be no tears for me. Time passes by so fast. I love you. I remember
Kappa-Buchi Pool is located just behind Jokenji Temple, adding to the enchanting mood of the site. This proximity allows visitors to enjoy both the serene temple grounds and the legendary pool in one visit. The pool, believed to be home to Kappa, is surrounded by lush greenery, making it a beautiful and mysterious spot to explore.
lovely angel queen, it's you. Lighting flashes cold
As we cross the Kappa Bridge over a small stream, we enter a lush thicket. This little stream is called the Kappa River.
touching others like a child.
If we proceed a bit further, we will come across Kappa-Buchi. On the right side of the screen, you'll see a young woman sitting and fishing. She is attempting to catch a kappa.
Take my hand, my heart. In time we will be together. When we will say goodbye.
This is Kappa-Buchi.
There'll be no tears for me.
At the end of the rod that the young woman was using, a cucumber is tied. Kappas are known to have a fondness for cucumbers, which is why they are used as bait in this playful tradition of kappa fishing. Of course, since kappas are mythical creatures, they don't actually exist. This is a lighthearted joke aimed at visitors. Here, we have a notice about kappa fishing. It states that anyone wishing to fish for kappas must obtain a kappa capture permit. Interestingly, if you manage to catch a kappa, there is a prize of 10 million Japanese yen waiting for you. The kappa capture permit can be obtained nearby at denshoen for just 220 Japanese yen. By the side of Kappa-Buchi, there is a tiny shrine dedicated to the kappa. In front of the shrine are two kappa statues, and inside the shrine, you'll find offerings of cucumbers. Once, very close to Kappa-Buchi, there stood the Abe clan's residence. It is said that the estate belonged to the descendants of the Abe clan, which was destroyed in the 11th century. A red dragonfly has just flitted into view. In Japan, the red dragonfly is regarded as a sign of the arrival of autumn. I filmed this video on the 6th of September. Although it was still warm, Tono felt cool, and I could sense that autumn was coming. This pond behind Jokenji Temple is called Hazuki. According to legend, when Jokenji Temple caught fire long ago, a kappa appeared from the Kappa-Buchi Pool and used the water from the pond to put out the fire. Denshoen is a folk village in Tono, which has old thatched roof houses, a watermill, and displays of traditional crafts. You will know about how people lived in Japan long ago. Denshoen also shares legends and folk tales from the Tono Monogatari, allowing you to explore the history and culture of the area. Kizun Sasaki is the person who conveyed the folk tales of Tono to Kunio Yanagita. Kunio Yanagita later wrote a book based on Kizun Sasaki's stories. At Denshoen, you can find a memorial hall dedicated to Kizun Sasaki. The Tono Monogatari, Tono Stories, is a book of Japanese folk tales written in 1910 by Kunio Yanagita, a folklorist. The Emperor and Empress of Japan also visited this place. The Nambu-Magaria at Denshoen is a traditional Japanese farmhouse that represents the architectural style of the Nambu region. This unique structure features a distinctive curved roof, which is designed to withstand heavy snowfall. The house is made from natural materials, showcasing the craftsmanship and building techniques of the time. Inside, you can see how families lived in the past, with traditional tatami mat flooring, sliding doors, and a central hearth for cooking and warmth. The layout reflects a harmonious relationship with nature, emphasizing the importance of community and family. Visitors can explore the house and gain insights into the daily lives of the people who once inhabited it. The Nambu-Magaria is not only a place to learn about history, but also a reminder of the rich cultural heritage of Tono and its surrounding areas. The Tsurube Well at Denshoen is a fascinating feature that reflects traditional Japanese water sources. This well is known for its unique design, where a bucket, or tsurube, is used to draw water from deep underground. The watermill at Denshoen is a charming representation of traditional Japanese agricultural practices. This structure is designed to harness the power of flowing water to grind grains, such as rice and wheat, into flour. A model of a person fishing for kappa is displayed here, capturing the whimsical spirit of this local legend. The model depicts the person holding a fishing rod with a cucumber tied to the line, symbolizing the humorous tradition of kappa fishing in Tono. You can see these houses again in the next section at Furusato Village, a village that has been preserved since old times. This is Mayoiga Forest. Mayoiga means a forest so thick that you can easily get lost in it. In the past, there were so many trees that sunlight couldn't reach the ground, but it's been cleared up a bit now. As you come out of Mayoiga Forest, you'll see the entrance to Furusato Village. Welcome to Tono Furusato Village, a peaceful place in Japan. Here, you can step back in time and see the old ways of life. As you walk through the village, you'll see traditional houses with thatched roofs, beautiful rice fields, and tranquil ponds surrounded by lush forests. This village is all about simple living, where local traditions are still important. Come with me as we explore this special village and enjoy the beautiful scenery of rural Japan. All the houses in this village are built in the Nambu Magaria style. In the Nambu Magaria, there are stables where ponies and horses are actually kept in this village. Here are the rooms inside the Nambu Magaria. The white building you see is the kura, which means storage shed. This is a rice field ready for harvest. The scarecrow you see in the foreground is typical for this area. Here's a pond that looks like it could be home to a kappa. Inside the house, you can see an old weaving room. This room has a sunken hearth, serving as the dining room. The family would gather here around the hearth for meals. The wood-burning stove in the center is used for cooking. The floor plan of the Nambu Magaria looks like this. In the upper left is the kitchen with the two stables below it. The center is divided into 6 rooms and there is only ground floor. This is the water wheel. It's the same one you saw earlier at Denshoen. Here's a tiny shrine located in the village. Inside the shed, you can see a small altar. While the buildings, crops, and scenery may differ, this place still showcases the beautiful, nostalgic image of a traditional Japanese village that resonates even with Western visitors. Now, take a moment to listen to the sounds of nature. In front of you stands Mount Hayachine, a mountain that has long been revered for its spiritual power. For centuries, it has drawn the faith and devotion of the people. Hayachine Shrine in Tono is a sacred site with deep roots in local tradition. This shrine is dedicated to the worship of Mount Hayachine. It is said to have originated in 806 when Fukumbo established the main shrine and enshrined the sacred spirit. The shrine stands quietly in the beautiful landscape of Tono, surrounded by lush forests. Visitors come here to connect with nature and to seek spiritual peace. The shrine has long been a place of prayer for protection, good harvests, and the well-being of the local community. This shrine is located deep in the mountains, far from places easily accessible to tourists. Few people visit on a regular basis, which only adds to its sense of mystery and spiritual presence. Its secluded location offers a tranquil mood, making it a truly special place for those who seek it out. Let's take a moment to listen to the voice of the mountain. When it comes to local delicacies in Tono, Jingisukan is the standout dish. This restaurant, known as the Tono Shokuniku Center, is quite famous. Jingisukan is a grilled dish using lamb, particularly popular in Hokkaido. However, Tono has its own unique style. At this restaurant, they use fresh local ingredients, grilling remarkably fresh lamb on a uniquely shaped iron plate. This kimchi is homemade by the restaurant. The cold climate of Tono is perfect for kimchi fermentation, resulting in the finest kimchi you can enjoy. Here we have an assortment of 5 kinds of fresh lamb. This platter allows you to savor 5 different types of lamb, which is exceptionally fresh and completely free of any unpleasant odors. The lamb is cut beautifully at this restaurant, making it easy to enjoy. Next, we have a platter of locally sourced vegetables. When grilling lamb, it's essential to pair it with fresh vegetables to enhance the experience. This is the iron plate used for grilling the lamb. The lamb is grilled alongside the vegetables like this. Once grilled, the lamb is enjoyed by dipping it into the restaurant's special sauce. Having thoroughly enjoyed my journey in Tono, I am now heading towards Morioka on the Kamaishi line. For someone like me, who usually lives amidst the hustle and bustle of city life, my time in Tono has been wonderfully soothing and exceptionally pleasant. Throughout this trip, I've had the pleasure of immersing myself in the charms of Tono. The essence of Tono that I've captured during my travels is embodied in light and wind. With sunlight streaming down and a gentle breeze blowing, I felt deeply connected to nature, listening to the voices of the mountains, rivers, and the land itself. This sense of merging with the magnificent terrain of Tono has provided me with profound satisfaction. The light and wind truly are gifts from Tono, and they will forever be etched in my heart. As I take in the beautiful scenery of Tono, I can't help but silently exclaim, "Thank you. Thank you, Tono, and I promise to return one day." So how did you find the trip to Tono? There are still plenty of wonderful places in Tono that I didn't get a chance to show you this time. Hopefully, on my next visit, I'll be able to explore even more and share those experiences with you in another video. Thank you so much for watching all the way through. While this chapter focused on Tono, my Travel to Oshu series also features Morioka and other regions, so I'd love for you to check them out too. If you'd like to stay updated, please hit that subscribe button. And if you enjoyed this video, I'd really appreciate it if you could give it a like.